Barracuda is an organization that's got portfolio of products. We cater to customers across verticals and across various sizes. We have solutions that cater to the email platform. So we call it as email protection solutions that we have. We have solutions that cater to the application, securing the application that's actually on the web, the web applications. And we also have solutions that caters to network security. We also have solution that looks at web filter. That's basically looking at the traffic that goes onto the internet. We have just acquired a company which is into the ZTNA market. So we also now look at secure network access for organizations, because as time goes by, I think we will see many customers, employees working from remote. And I think secure network access is going to become very critical, which is already a multi-billion-dollar market globally. So we cater into these markets. Our products are obviously available on-premise. It's available for virtual, and most of our solutions now are available as SaaS model and on public cloud. So this is what we have to offer. When it comes to specific platforms on email protection, we do email security, we do email backup, we do email archiving, we do, and the human element of email, which is called the training. We also do security training for people who use email. So that's the overall email protection we have, apart from also doing forensic and analysis of when threats actually come into organizations and you want to look at, do an analysis about the breach that has happened. So actually look at even forensic and analysis as well. Plus, on the web applications, we look at the public cloud, where the new movement is happening. I think most organizations, or many organizations, are now looking at moving their applications on the public cloud. That includes Amazon, Google, as well as Microsoft, and our solutions, which are basically the web application firewall and the network security piece, which is available on all the three platforms. It's available. They are listed on the marketplace, and customers can actually work with us on that particular cloud, whichever they choose. So broadly, this is where we play in. These are the products we have on the different form factors. Customers can actually use our solutions. Yeah, so we have a three-tier distribution model. We have a distributor, we have a reseller, and that's how the products reach our customers. So we have a three-tier distribution model, right? And then we have a very clear-cut three different categorization of our own partners. We have premier, we have preferred, and then we have the authorized partners. Each of them come with their own expectations, both from a certification standpoint and also from a revenue standpoint. So that's where we give more importance based on the commitments we get from our partners. We invest our time, our energy and efforts, and also look at joint activities from an investment standpoint. From when it comes to money, we definitely spend time based on their commitments towards us. In India, we have three distributors, namely Redington, Round Robin, and Tech Data. We also have, from India, we also cover other regions. That's in Bangladesh, we have one distributor, Techniques. In Sri Lanka, we have one distributor called South Asian Technologies. The number of premier partners in India is around 35. The preferred partners are around 30. And the authorized partners are probably 150 to 200 of them, because any new partner who signs up with Barracuda automatically falls into the authorized partner category. So we put them there. But the partners who have signed up for X amount of revenue and also the commitment on doing skill set development is premier and preferred. So that's 35 and 30. So effectively 65 partners have a commitment towards us, both from a revenue standpoint and also from a skill set development standpoint. We actually, Barracuda as a company, I think, as like most OEMs, we don't get involved in the commercial transaction part of what happens between the customer and the tier 2 partner, and the tier 2 partner and the distributor. We normally don't get involved, and we didn't get involved even in the pandemic time. Obviously, we helped them find new opportunities and opening new doors in existing customer places for new business. But as an organization, we don't get involved in the commercial part that happens in the, as I mentioned, in the on 3 steps: customer to partner and partner to distributors. We don't get involved. Customers' main problems were securing their applications, which was moving to cloud very quickly. And even if there's not moving to cloud, they were converting a lot of their applications into web applications. So they obviously need the security infrastructure that was there changed. So that automatically brought in an opportunity for many partners to address that security requirement of a customer. The next one was, I think, a whooping increase in the challenges customers had in managing their email. And I think in the entire email security market, we are the only vendor who's got a comprehensive solution that could cater to all the requirements a customer had from an email platform standpoint. So the partners did find Barracuda as one of the best, vendor to work with, or the OEM to work with, who could help them give an overall solution to protect customers' email platform, and also help them upsell and cross-sell into existing customers with our portfolio that is actually available on the email protection bundle. So they could, if they had sold email security already, they could go back and upsell or cross-sell into a customer to talk to them about how are you protecting the data that's there on the O365 platform, because data you're keeping on OneDrive. So customers obviously were looking, oh yes, we need to look at data that's on OneDrive. So we had solutions for that. And second thing is, the customer would say, hey, our partner could get an opportunity to go back to the same customer and say, how about keeping your emails when it comes to compliance? Again, we had a solution that was giving archiving. Then the customers were also looking at, the employees are no longer inside my company. How do I control the behavior of how they're going to access emails? Fantastic. There is a solution available. We have simulation, training simulation modules with a product called Fishline, where we can simulate emails where it can be fine-tuned to address a specific set of people inside the organization, because the behavior of people from a finance department is different from sales is different from marketing is different from C-level employees. So our product could actually give those flexibilities the customers were looking to get a simulation going inside the organization, so they could find out how each employee is ready to address the challenges that come via the email. So we had a comprehensive package that was available, which no other vendor could offer. And on top of this, we are also giving a forensic and incident response, where in the event of a breach happening through email in the customer's place, Barracuda's forensic could actually scan the entire network, very quickly give a report back of from where did the breach happen, what all has got infected, who has got infected, and also very quickly do a remediation for the existing breach that breach has already happened. So we were giving a complete story, which partners found it very interesting, gave them a lot of opportunities to open new doors in existing customers, and also knock with our solutions on new customers themselves, so that they could find new opportunities to sell into these accounts. So they found us as a very interesting OEM to work with. And I wouldn't be giving away too much when I say our funnel growth for email platform has grown multiple fold on our email security since the pandemic started. I think we are seeing a whooping amount of inquiries coming in for email security solutions what Barracuda can offer. I think our uptime that we were giving to customers when it comes to email security solution being available, the data that was being backed up being available, the data that was being archived that was being available. I think we were giving Cloris, probably you can correct me if I'm wrong here, it's probably about 99.00 some 4-5 decimal percentage kind of an uptime we were looking at, and we were able to deliver it to most customers, or every customer. We didn't come across in India any customer saying my mail is not available because we deployed your product. I think we were really on the dot when it came to delivering everything the customer wanted. Additionally, we also were giving email continuity. Luckily, no customer had to use that particular situation, didn't have to reach the situation where they had to log into Barracuda portal to access their email. The platform vendors were good in delivering the emails back to the customers they had promised. but I think we have been able to help the partners commit and deliver very good email security solutions and email security email protection which goes beyond email security to customers with our products. I think they were pretty happy, and we haven't had a situation where they didn't get the promised level of support or service which they were expecting after paying the after buying a product. So we have a tech team based out of India, which works 24/7. The good thing is, even though a lot of the tech support employees or the staff from that particular team also had their challenges to work from the remote areas, because they had to address their own personal challenges which they had. We were able to provide uninterrupted support no matter where our teams were, whether it comes to web application firewall, whether it came to email security, whether it came to web security, whether it came to firewalls. We had absolutely no solution, no problem. We had no interruption. The team was up to bar. They were actually very quickly ramped up. The infrastructure was very quickly pumped in so that people could start supporting customers. The calls were getting directed to the right people. And with Barracuda, where one of the unique features we have in a support is you don't dial into an IVR kind of dial in where you choose what you want to do based on the numbers that's dictated. No, every time you call up Barracuda support, some human voice will pick up and say, how can we help you? So that kind of really helped the partners, both in terms of deploying the products, after sales support, products deployed during the pandemic, or products deployed prior to the pandemic. Customers could probably run into problems by spinning off new instances, or they were setting up a new infrastructure. Our support teams were always there. And I personally have been involved in a few calls where the customers really very happy the kind of support we are providing, and really appreciated about the kind of technical knowledge we have and the way we are able to understand the problems and solve it for them. Rajneesh, we have these partner programs that which is very successful globally, and we continue to run the same in India. The premier, preferred, and the registered partners are the three that we have. So they do get different levels of support from Barracuda, which includes giving them marketing money, which include basically through the MDF route. We help them in conducting remote sessions. We give them more trainings, both online and on hands-on. We also have, we spend a lot of time with them on doing end customer activities to help them generate more funnel. We also spend time in helping them do a lot of creative content, which includes EDMs. It could be webinars, it could be emailers that they would want to do. We support them in all these things. And these partners get a matrix-based discounting support. So it helps them position themselves in a much better way to compete against the internal Barracuda partners or against partners who bring in other vendor solutions. So this is a nutshell. We have this grid-based partner program that we run. It includes these 3 tiers which I mentioned, backed by extremely good support on market development, business development, and support on discounting based on which tier they are in. First, I think, as I mentioned, first month and a half, I think it was a challenge that every one of us went through about basically thinking through how are we going to handle this situation. I think none of us expected to get up one day morning and say, you're not going to move anywhere, you're going to stay put wherever you are. So it took us, honestly, it took us some time. But I think we were very good at getting a good, getting the acceptance from the partners about the solutions and the products Barracuda has got, and our mode of delivering it to them as well as to their customers. In the first 4 months after the pandemic, we were able to pull in close to 3 to 3,500 people to attend our webinars and our training sessions. It included webinars for end customers. It included trainings for partners. It included, product-based, generic industry-based sessions we were doing for end customers. All this put together, we could pull in around close to 3 to 3,500, individual attendees attending our sessions, which was a big eye opener. Post that, the partners also realized this is possible, that we could actually start doing remote sales. We don't need to have only physical interactions to do selling. Customers are also okay to do, business transactions, discussions, technical understanding, POCs, demonstrations, everything based on virtual world. And our acceptance was very high. We even got into decision-making calls based on Zoom or Microsoft Team meetings, where very senior people from customers' side as well also attended these meetings. So the the resistance to do virtual business was very low. Everybody in the ecosystem understood that this is the way business is going to run as of now. If we have to keep moving forward, we have to adopt. We have to, work in this particular model. And I think we got support from customers, partners, our internal teams, distributors. Everybody played a role to ensure that the engine keeps rolling, and the traction was kept. We didn't lose traction with anyone. Neither did the partners lose traction with their customers. And I think we were pretty successful in continuing our business and actually growing our business even in these pandemic times when we don't have any face-to-face or social interaction with anybody whom we used to normally do before. The thing is, if the market which we are in is very, very interesting from Barracuda and has got very high potential, because as things move forward, we will see that the market will look at security as a very, very big investment area. As cloud adoption becomes more, as remote users will become a norm, I think security will see a phenomenal importance being given by customers. And I think adoption of cloud is going to increase, as we've all seen, and I'm sure they would have expressed the same sentiments about cloud adoption. So I think Barracuda, we as an organization, we see ourselves positioned extremely very well in multiple places. For example, in the email security market, this market is, total addressable market is around 2.3 billion, growing at a compounded rate of almost 21 to 22% year on year. So we are in the right market there. You look at the cloud backup, that market is worth around $2.5 billion, growing at a compounded rate of another 25%. So again, our solutions are one of the best vendors, best solutions we have, and I think we're the top vendor when it comes to cloud backup. The third, I think, a very important segment is the security awareness, as I mentioned, which is growing at a whooping 42% compounded growth rate. And as of now, the market estimates is around $600 million that's there, right? And then the next one that's slated to become, which is already there, but we're not focusing on email, is the incident response. That's, as of now, stands at $2.5 billion market, with expected growth rate of 16%. So if you look at the market we are in, Barracuda, we are in the right position to help our partners and also to address our customers. Added to that, we just, as I mentioned in the beginning of our conversation, we are now going to play a very important role in the secure access network, which is again a multi-billion-dollar market growing very quickly. I think we are going to see a significant request or uptake on that particular technology in India as the new year rolls in and customers start looking at budget. I think secure network access is going to become very important. I think that's another market we will be playing a significant role when we roll into next year. So we are as of now in a planning mode because we come to the end of the financial year on the 28th of Feb. So we're still in the discussions of how we need to evolve the program, how we need to make changes, whether it's changes in terms of technological skill setups, for the partners, or it has got to do with revenue based measurements. All that is in discussion as of now. So I don't have any data to give you now. We'll have to wait till the new financial year comes up and when the new plans roll out. See, the fact is that change is the only constant. I think we have seen that, and it happened overnight. Whether we want it or not, that's the only constant, right? Uh, Channel partners will have to learn to adopt and focus their business on the changing scenario. I think the skill set, enhancement, changing the way you work, your thought process has to be in demands of the market. I think otherwise, we have seen many partners who are very good, having not been successful now. Some of them who are not successful before, but they adopted very quickly and have actually emerged as significant players in the market. So change is something that people need to adapt to, and always be watcher, on the lookout of what change is coming and how do we adapt quickly. Next is the utility will continue to be there as long as they're able to adopt to the changing times. If they don't adopt, their utility will actually keep diminishing in front of the customer. So it's very important for them to be ready to adapt to the changing times. The need is to very important part is to upskill, upgrade, and upsell the kind of solutions they have to the customers they have, and also to the market they're actually selling into. If they don't do upskill, upgrade, and upsell, the partners are going to find it very difficult to survive going forward, because it's evolving very quickly. Only the thing the partners can actually do now is change the business tactics. Whatever plan they have had last year or the year before, or whatever they would have had for FY22, probably needs a relook. Go back to the drawing board, explore where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, what the market opportunity is, where the gaps are, try to fill it up. SaaS model, cloud is going to be the future. And I think people who adapt to this are the ones who are going to be successful and grow very quickly and really make use of the opportunity. That's, I think, where the channel is going to be. End customers, yes, I don't think they would have expected to look at services-based industries so strongly. Many customers whom we used to meet where cloud was a no-no is now becoming a point of discussion. And I think we will see adoptions in the cloud in many organizations, many verticals which were being stonewalled, opening up at least for discussions, partial adoption, or even full adoption going forward from this year. But yes, the concerns will continue to be there. Customers' biggest concern of moving to cloud will be security. It has always been for the past few years. It will continue to be there. And I think it's up to vendors like Barracuda to educate them, give them the confidence, help them choose the right platform, help them choose the right solutions, and deploy the way it is to be deployed to have a more secure environment. Pandemic or no pandemic, the hackers had a great time. They didn't have a holiday. They found this actually as an opportunity to actually become more rich. So this is going to continue even for FY22. Things are not going to change. The way it changed to the pandemic situation so quickly, we're not going to go back to the pre-pandemic at the same speed. We'll take a much longer time to go back to that particular scenario. So customers will have to look at new ways of enhancing the infrastructure, with obviously looking at security as a very important aspect. If needed, increasing budgets, both in terms of spending on technology and skill set internally. I think customers will have to look at from a security standpoint very in a very focused way in the next couple of years at least.